In this video, we're going to talk about a mental approach to hitting. Here's my first piece of advice on mental approach to hitting. Have one. Have an approach. Have some kind of thought process about what you're trying to do or what you're trying to accomplish. I think baseball is way too hard to go up there and just hope to get a hit. I would have some kind of thought process and a plan of what you're trying to accomplish. Now, sometimes this is taken care of for you simply by a sign from a third base coach. So if you get the bunt sign, you're going to bunt. If you get a hit and run sign, you're going to hit and run. Those things are obvious. What I'm talking about and referring to here is, in essence, when you're on your own. One out in the third inning, nobody on, nothing going on, no special signs, no situational hitting to do, just you're on your own. And you come up to the plate, and I would advise that you have some kind of plan of what you're trying to accomplish. A lot of people, when I ask them over the years of what they want to accomplish at the plate, or what's their plan, or what's their mental approach, or what are they trying to do, they typically say something result-oriented. I want to get a hit. I want to get on base. I don't want to strike out. Those are the things I hear. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is having a plan of what pitch you hit well. What type of counts do you excel in? What pitch do you not excel in that we want to try to avoid? And what count do we want to try to avoid if possible? Those are the kind of variables I'm talking about. I'll make it real specific here to tell you where I'm going with this. I'm a hitting guy. I'm not a pitching guy. But I've been around the game long enough, and I did pitch as a kid a little bit up through high school. I know what pitchers are taught to do. All pitchers have a common theme in the sense that they're trying to get ahead. They want to, what they call, attack the strike zone. I think I've heard every pitcher in every interview I've ever seen say the phrase, they want to attack the strike zone. And just in case you don't know what that means they want to throw strikes early. They love getting ahead. There's this thing called splits. I'll give you some examples of what that means. One split is 0-2. Typically, the big league average is around 100 on 0-2 counts. Now, there's a different split, 2-0. In the big leagues, guys have that count, and this stuff changes daily from different people's at bats, but it's more typically around 300. Pitchers want to get ahead, most levels, and even plenty of times in the big leagues, they love to get ahead with the fastball. Why? Two reasons, in my opinion. One, they typically have better control of that pitch. Two, their off-speed stuff is set up by the velocity of their fastball. So if you have to prepare for somebody throwing 90-something to 100 miles an hour and get set and get loaded and get ready and get your hand started, and then all of a sudden he throws a 68, 70 mile an hour changeup, it's very hard to differentiate and wait for that. So the point is, in my opinion, and the way I approach my career, if the pitcher is going to attack me with, in general, fastballs for strikes, I am ready to hit fastballs. I'm going to hunt early fastballs. For me, I'd rather hit fastballs early than breaking balls late. I can't tell you how many times I myself or see on TV nightly as I watch MLB, people striking out on low out breaking balls. It is, in my opinion, the great equalizer. Any big league hitter, go watch Jordan Hicks throwing 105, 103, or Aroldis Chapman, they will still get hit. They will get hit, especially on that fastball sometimes when guys are geared up. But when they throw this 94 mile an hour slider, which is almost unheard of and unbelievable, in my opinion, it's almost impossible to discern and see and hit. So the general plan that I like, and I like to get across to most young hitters I work with, high school or college or even minor league guys, is be ready to attack the early fastball. That being said, that plan might not work for you. If you like to see a few pitches first and see what the guy's arm slot and how his ball moves, so be it. But please understand, there are consequences. You like to see a pitch and it's right down the middle. Well, you saw one, but now you're 0-1. That split's a lot different than 1-0. So just be prepared for that. If the coach dictates your mental approach, do what he says. Otherwise, have a plan. You don't have to use the one I said. You can use whatever you want. But I'm not asking you to overthink it. I'm asking you to have some sort of plan of what you excel at and what type of pitches and what type of counts you want to get. And then obviously, with 2 strikes, we're going to fight for our lives, expand the zone, and do what we can to put a barrel on it. But be ready to attack fastballs early, please.